everybody, and welcome to today's assembly. Now, as you'll know, this week we're looking at Article 24, which says that you have the right to the best health possible, to medical care and to information that will help you to stay well. And that's the bit that we're focusing on, how we can give you information to help you stay well. Yesterday we looked at our physical health and we looked at how you can exercise and eat healthily and drink lots of water. And today we're going to look at something called our social health. And our social health is about our friendships and our relationships. Because when we have positive friendships and positive relationships with the people around us, actually we're socially healthy. It means that we're comfortable in the situations that we're in. We feel good about the relationships we have, whether that be with our family or with our friends, and also with being comfortable with professionals that we come into contact with. So people like your dentist or your doctor. Because actually, our social health is about making sure we've got the best relationships we can with the people that care about us. So I want you to have a think now. If you were to write down on a piece of paper all the people that cared about you, who would be on that list? Now, it could be that they care about you because they know you really well, but also they care about you because it's their job to care about you. So people like me, people like your doctor. Have a think about who would be on that list. And if you want to have a go today at writing that down, that's a really good thing to do. Now, just because someone cares about you, it doesn't mean you're always going to agree, and that's okay as well. So have a little think about your teacher. Your teacher might care about you, but they might sometimes have to give you some advice that you don't want to hear, or they might not be happy with how you've done something, but that doesn't stop them caring. As I said, it's also about friendships, and there's a lovely quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson that says, "The only way to have a friend is to be one." And I think that's really important. Friendships are a two-way thing, because nobody wants to be friends with someone who doesn't treat them in a kind and respectful way. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't sometimes have arguments with your friends or disagreements with your friends. I always think about my best friend at primary school, who I'm still friends with today. So we've known each other since we were 3, so that's a very, very long time. And during our friendship at primary school, there were times where we really didn't get on very well at all. There were times when we had really big arguments. The thing that made the friendship strong is that we both really cared about each other and we respected each other. And we always found ways to work through our difficulties and to become stronger friends afterwards. Because being a friend doesn't mean you always agree, but being a friend means that you do always respect and listen. So there's lots of different ways that you can be a good friend. Give a compliment, share something, smile, listen carefully to what the other person's saying. Make sure it's a two-way relationship. Be helpful, be polite, include everybody, and also ask nice questions. It feels really good when someone's interested about you and they want to find out more about you and see how you are. That feels really good for you, so why don't you do that for someone else as well? Linked to our social health is our mental health, and we talked about that a couple of weeks ago on Mental Health Awareness Week. Because mental health is about how you feel, think, and sometimes how you behave. And it's really important because anyone can struggle. And those times when you don't feel particularly happy, if you're feeling sad or frustrated or angry, that can make us feel not as good as we should do. But you need to remember that there's always people there to help. Because keeping ourselves healthy mentally isn't something we can do on our own. We need the people around us. And there are lots of people that are willing to help you. That might be your family, your friends, teachers and staff at the school, or professionals like our doctors. Talking to someone is the best way to keep us feeling mentally healthy. So if you're feeling a bit rubbish, if you're feeling sad or frustrated or angry, please please find someone to talk to. There's a saying that a problem shared is a problem halved. And I think I would agree with that, because I know when I'm feeling frustrated or upset or angry about something, if I talk to someone else about it and they can help me solve that problem, things feel much, much better. There are some other things that you can do to keep mentally healthy. Keeping active and eating healthily, although they support our physical health, when we do those things, they make us feel good. They send off little chemicals into our brain. So yesterday I talked about the exercise classes that I enjoy doing, and afterwards I feel better. And also, if I've had a really healthy meal for dinner, that's going to make me feel better afterwards than if I've eaten too much of sugary stuff that will just make me feel tired and afterwards as well. So make sure that you're eating and exercising regularly, and that will make yourself feel happy too. Also, make sure that you do things that you enjoy. Give yourself some time. Give yourself some time to relax. I've got a magazine waiting at home for me that I can't wait to just take 10 minutes on my own, somewhere quiet, flick through, have a little time that's just not thinking about all of the worries of the world, just thinking about relaxing, reading, and just focusing on something calm to make me feel good. And as I said in Monday's assembly, another thing to help you mentally healthy is to get enough sleep. So making sure that you're going to bed on time, that you're not spending too much time on screens late at night, because that will set your brain off working, so your brain won't do all the rest and recovery it needs to do overnight, ready for the next day. And finally, my final tip for keeping healthy in all ways is to smile and to laugh. Because did you know that smiling releases chemicals in our brains that make us feel good? And have a little think. If you see someone smile, have you ever joined in? Someone smiles at you, do you smile back? And think about what sometimes happens in the classroom or at home. One person starts laughing, someone else joins in, and the next thing you know, everybody is laughing and enjoying themselves, and it just feels great. So today, give someone a smile, have a laugh, and make sure that together we are working really hard to keep everybody socially and mentally healthy. Have a great day. I'll see you again tomorrow for our World Book Day Assembly. Take care.